Chosen one, take a deep breath and give your full attention to this message. What I am about to say is not by chance. You were guided here for a reason. Something within you has been feeling a shift, a stirring, a divine nudge. That is not your imagination. That is the voice of destiny calling your name. Tonight is not like every other night. Tonight carries a sacred weight. In the spirit, something is moving. There is a heavenly alignment taking place. What is about to unfold in your life will carry more power, more meaning, and more transformation than the last 10 years combined. You may not see it with your eyes just yet, but your spirit already knows. It is time. Everything you have been waiting for, everything you have been praying over, everything you have been dreaming about is coming closer. This is a divine shift from delay to destiny, from silence to manifestation. Your journey is not being ignored. It is being rewritten. Chosen one, this is the night where everything starts to make sense. The pain had a purpose. The waiting had a weight of glory behind it. You are stepping out of confusion and into clarity. You are moving from hoping to walking in what was promised. If this resonates with your spirit, stay with this message. There is more to unfold. Comment the number 99 to align your faith with this moment. This is your night. This is your divine turning point. Chosen one, I want you to pause for a moment and become aware of something very sacred. There are times in life when everything feels still. It may seem like nothing is moving, nothing is shifting, and nothing is changing. But in those very moments of silence, heaven is often at work behind the scenes in a way that is quiet yet powerful. What appears delayed is not denied. It is divine preparation. You are standing on the edge of a divine shift. This is not just another day, and it is not just another moment. This is a spiritual transition point, a crossing over from what has been into what is about to be. Something deep within you has been sensing this change. It is like your heart knows before your eyes can see. Throughout history, every chosen person experienced a shift that changed the course of their lives in an instant. Let us look at Moses. For years, he lived in the wilderness, feeling disconnected and uncertain. But one day, one divine encounter with a burning bush transformed him from a wanderer into a deliverer. The moment he encountered the presence of God, everything changed. Consider David. He was the youngest in his family, often overlooked and forgotten. He spent his days tending sheep in the fields. But when the prophet Samuel anointed him, a divine shift took place. He moved from being unseen to being called out, chosen for royalty. That day was not the result of his status. It was the result of divine timing. Now think of Joseph. He endured betrayal, slavery, and imprisonment. He was tested in every way. But in one night, Pharaoh called for him. That single moment shifted Joseph's life from the prison to the palace. His past did not define him. His obedience and faith positioned him for divine promotion. Chosen one, what happened for Moses, David, and Joseph is not just history. It is a prophetic pattern. God still moves this way, and now it is your turn to experience that divine shift. You may have been through years of challenges, confusion, or delay, but those years were not wasted. They were seasons of preparation, shaping your character, building your strength, and aligning you with your assignment. The weight of your calling required deep roots. And now that those roots are strong, God is releasing the growth. What has been hidden will now be revealed. What was developing underground will now bloom in the open. This shift will not be a small one. It will be significant. It will be clear. It will be evident to those around you. What once seemed out of reach will begin to find you. What once felt delayed will suddenly arrive with divine acceleration. The things that used to take years will begin to unfold quickly and smoothly, because God is no longer allowing resistance to hold you back. This is your release point. Heaven is not whispering your name anymore. Heaven is declaring it. Your name is being spoken in rooms you have never entered. Your gifts are being remembered. Your obedience is being honored. God has seen your quiet sacrifices, your hidden battles, and your unwavering trust. And now the reward is being released. It is important to understand that divine shifts do not always come with noise. Sometimes they arrive in moments of stillness. A conversation, an opportunity, or even a decision can trigger the change. Be sensitive in this hour. Be prayerful. Be expectant, because the shift you have been praying for is already moving in your direction. This shift is not just about changing circumstances. It is about elevating you into purpose. You are stepping into the role that was written for you before you were born. This is the season where alignment meets assignment. You will no longer chase opportunities. Opportunities will chase you. You will no longer search for meaning. Meaning will reveal itself through every step you take in obedience. Chosen one, your season of spiritual motionlessness is over. The winds have changed. The heavens have opened. What God is about to do will not only surprise others, it will surprise you. So remain faithful. Keep your heart open and your mind clear. Prepare your spirit for elevation. Let peace guide you. Let worship fill your space. Because the King of Heaven has marked this moment for your divine shift. This is your confirmation. This is your announcement. The shift is already happening, and you are exactly where you need to be to receive it. Chosen one, take a moment to acknowledge how far you have come. You may not feel it every day, but the truth is you have survived what others could not. You have endured seasons that seemed endless. You have walked through days when you felt invisible, unheard, and misunderstood. But even in the silence, your spirit kept moving. Even when things around you made no sense, your heart kept believing. Struggles are never easy, but they are never wasted either. Every tear you have cried, every night you have stayed awake, every time you kept going when everything in you said to quit, those moments were seeds. Seeds of endurance, seeds of character, and seeds of faith. And now, those seeds are beginning to bear fruit. There were moments when you felt forgotten. You watched others rise, receive recognition, and walk into their breakthroughs, while you waited, prayed, and hoped that your time would come. It is completely natural to wonder, when will it be my turn? But let this truth sink deeply into your heart. Your time was never denied. It was only being refined. Struggles are often misunderstood. They are not always punishments. Sometimes they are divine classrooms where purpose is revealed. The pain you walked through was preparing you for the promise ahead. It was building a foundation that is unshakable, because great things require strong roots. And now those roots are about to bring forth a harvest. God never takes pleasure in your pain, but He does use it. He uses every disappointment to teach you discernment. He uses every delay to teach you patience. He uses every heartbreak to show you what true love and value really mean. And through it all, He has never abandoned you. Even when you could not feel His presence, He was holding you together. There were times when the weight you carried felt too heavy. Times when you had no one to talk to, no hand to hold, and no clear answer in sight. But something inside of you kept whispering, "Keep going." That voice was not your imagination. That was the Spirit of God inside you, reminding you that the story was not over yet. Chosen one, you need to know this: you were not being punished. You were being positioned. Every closed door was a redirection, not a rejection. Every loss you faced was making room for something greater. Every delay was a setup for divine acceleration. You see, when the timing is right, what used to feel impossible will suddenly become inevitable. What once looked like loss will begin to look like strategy. The very things that were meant to break you will end up building you. Because God does not waste anything. Not your time, not your tears, not your trials. Your struggles were sacred. They taught you how to pray when things did not change. They taught you how to worship without needing a reason. They taught you how to stand tall even when you felt weak. That kind of strength cannot be taught in comfort. It is only developed in pressure. Now you are emerging from that pressure with wisdom, power, and clarity. You can now recognize real from fake. You can sense what is divine and what is distraction. You are no longer easily shaken by what used to overwhelm you. That is what growth looks like. Even if others did not notice your transformation, heaven did. Even if no one thanked you for staying strong, God has recorded every act of obedience, every silent sacrifice, and every moment you chose faith over fear. And now heaven is responding. This is not a season of struggle. This is a season of rising. You will not repeat the same cycles anymore. What you used to tolerate, you will now rise above. What used to drain you, you will now walk away from with peace. You are no longer surviving, you are stepping into thriving. You are stepping into overflow, clarity, and divine direction. Chosen one, do not be afraid of your story. Your story holds power. Someone needs to hear how you made it through. Someone will be inspired by your endurance. Someone will be lifted by your light. The struggle was not just for you. It was for the ones who will follow after you. Your strength will unlock hope in others. You may have questioned your worth during your low moments, but now you will begin to see yourself the way heaven sees you. Valuable, chosen, and unstoppable. No longer defined by your pain, but now refined by your purpose. What is coming ahead is nothing compared to what you have already survived. And because you made it through the darkest nights, you will now walk into the brightest days. The weight is lifting. The fear is dissolving. The confusion is clearing. What once felt like chaos will now feel like clarity. You are no longer being held back. The hand of God is on your life. And that means no force, no fear, and no failure has the power to stop what He has begun in you. This is not the end. This is your rise. This is your comeback. This is your divine moment of restoration. Take a deep breath and release every memory of struggle into the hands of God. Let peace cover your past. Let strength rise in your present. And let hope fill your future. Because from this day forward, you will not just overcome, you will overflow. Chosen one, there is a shift coming to your life, and it is not just emotional or spiritual. It is also practical, visible, and deeply impactful. You are stepping into a season where heaven is not only touching your soul, but is also blessing your hands. A divine breakthrough is on the horizon, one that will change your spiritual atmosphere and your financial reality. There is no part of your life that God has overlooked. He sees your need. He hears your prayers, and He knows your heart. For so long, you have trusted without seeing, given without receiving, and waited without answers. But now, the heavens are opening with favor and provision. What used to be locked is about to be released. This is your time for breakthrough, financial and spiritual. You will no longer live under the weight of lack, confusion, or frustration. The same God who multiplied oil for the widow and manna for the Israelites is about to show Himself mighty in your situation. He is not limited by the economy, your bank account, or your job title. When God decides to bless, He does it beyond logic, beyond systems, and beyond human understanding. You have sown seeds of obedience, kindness, and faithfulness, and heaven has remembered. The world may not know what you sacrificed in secret, but God has not missed one single act. He saw you giving when you had little. He saw you helping others when you needed help yourself. He saw your generosity in hard times. Now the harvest is coming. Financial breakthrough is not just about money. It is about freedom. It is about being able to move, give, build, and bless without limits. God is removing the financial barriers that kept you restricted. New opportunities are being created for you. Doors are being opened that you did not even knock on. Ideas are coming that will carry divine strategies. You will begin to see sudden increases in unexpected ways. You may receive unexpected checks, open contracts, new streams of income, or divine partnerships that shift everything. But more than that, you will walk in wisdom to handle it. The breakthrough coming is not temporary, it is sustainable. God is blessing you not just to increase you, but to establish you. You will have what you need and more than enough to bless others. Expect divine alignment with the right people, people who carry purpose, not just position. God is sending relationships that will elevate, not drain you. People who will pour into your vision, stand with your mission, and believe in your calling. These partnerships will not be built on competition, but on covenant. You will no longer have to beg to be seen, understood, or supported. Support is coming naturally because heaven is assigning people to your journey. At the same time, a deep spiritual awakening is taking place within you. The more you seek God, the more clarity you will receive. You will begin to walk in authority that is not taught in books, but learned in spiritual encounters. Your prayers will carry new power. Your worship will shift atmospheres. Your presence will release peace wherever you go. You are not just being financially elevated, you are being spiritually expanded. Your capacity is growing. Your discernment is sharpening. Your spiritual vision is clearing. The confusion that used to cloud your decisions is leaving. The heaviness that followed you is breaking. You are becoming lighter, stronger, and more aware of your divine identity. This is a season of both increase and intimacy. God is blessing your hands and filling your heart. The two are connected. As your financial life rises, so will your spiritual life. You will not forget who brought you here. You will not lose yourself in success. You will remain grounded, humble, and grateful because you know where you came from and you know who sustained you through the hard times. Vindication is also part of this breakthrough. Those who doubted you, laughed at your process, or dismissed your purpose are about to witness your rise. But this will not be about proving them wrong. It will be about glorifying God. Your success will be a testimony. Your breakthrough will be a sermon. It will not be noisy or boastful. It will be undeniable and filled with grace. Chosen one, your table is being prepared in the presence of those who once thought you were finished. But you are not finished, you are just beginning. And this beginning is wrapped in abundance, favor, and divine provision. You will no longer worry about basic needs. You will shift from survival to stewardship. You will manage wealth with wisdom, and you will be trusted with more because you have proven faithful with little. Your giving will expand. Your vision will stretch. And what once felt impossible will become your new reality. Financial breakthrough also means the cancellation of long-standing burdens. Debts will be dissolved. Delays will be removed. Payments will be made. And most importantly, peace will return. You will sleep knowing that God has made a way. You will live knowing that you are no longer chasing provision. Provision is chasing you. Spiritually, you will walk with greater clarity. The Word of God will become more alive to you. You will hear His voice in ways you have never heard before. You will experience dreams, impressions, and confirmations that affirm your direction. You will begin to know, not guess, not wonder, but know what steps to take. Your connection with God will become your foundation for every decision. You will not be swayed by fear, pressured by people, or distracted by noise. Your focus will be firm. Your purpose will be clear. Your heart will be full of peace. This breakthrough is not just about you. It is generational. What God is doing in your life will ripple into the lives of your children, your community, and those who watch you from afar. You are being positioned as a light. Others will be drawn to your testimony, your consistency, and your joy. So prepare yourself, chosen one. Begin to think differently. Begin to expect differently. Begin to declare boldly that you are walking in breakthrough. Let your words match your future. Let your prayers match your promise. Start speaking life over your finances. Start blessing your hands daily. Start thanking God for what you have and what is on the way. Gratitude opens doors that effort alone cannot. And your grateful heart has already opened the heavens. This is not just your time. This is your appointed season. This is your release. This is your harvest. And it is only the beginning. For too long you have felt the weight of silence. Now listen. The heavens have broken open and God Himself is speaking to you. Heaven speaks in a whisper, then in a voice of thunder, assuring you that you have not been forgotten. You have walked through shadows and have not lost heart. Every prayer offered in tears and every act of obedience done quietly, God saw them all. Now He responds with a promise to you. God remembers your sacrifices. He speaks it now. God remembers your sacrifices. A word you can cling to. You may have felt forgotten, but His promise is sure. Divine justice moves on your behalf. The heavens have shifted in your favor. When God remembers, divine justice begins its work. He has been marking each tear and each act of faith. The Lord cherishes your obedience, your humble giving, and your willingness to suffer for the sake of truth. Though you may feel small and unnoticed, every step of faith you took was like thunder in the heavens. He is now turning your trials into triumph. Your pain and waiting are not in vain. They have prepared you for this moment of victory. You are being lifted up to a higher plane. You have been refined by fire. Your faith has grown. In this moment, a new strength flows through you, and you will no longer walk in your own weakness. The Father declares, "You walk with heaven's power now." Feel that power like lightning in your veins. You carry the glory of heaven with you. You stand clothed in divine authority. The words that come from your mouth have weight. Your prayers have power. Every step you take is guided by the Lord's presence. Angelic hosts surround you now, standing ready to obey your command. A divine covering rests upon you, shielding you from harm. Angels in heaven encamp around you, protecting you from every unseen threat. They stand ready to fight battles you cannot see. You now walk as a warrior of light, your feet set firmly on the rock of God's promises. Every time you take a step, darkness is pushed back and the enemy trembles. This is your turning point. The voice of the Almighty proclaims, "My justice is on the move. The time for your victory has come." You can sense it in the atmosphere. There is thunder, but it is not His anger. It is His power awakening. He is lifting injustice from your life and smashing strongholds. Watch as walls crumble where your dreams were once locked behind bars of despair. Chains are breaking tonight. For years God has been writing your story. He has been building you up, far from sight. Now the climax has come. The army of heaven is on the move to your rescue. The enemy has lost its grip, your breakthrough is here. So step forward boldly, child of destiny, for you are a king's child. The anointing of the Lord rests on your head. You stand above all troubles. Every sacrifice you made, every tear you shed, every prayer you whispered in the dark, they have mattered more than you know. When you speak the name of the Lord, darkness trembles. The enemy's strategies are exposed, and defeat has come too late. You carry the torch of truth, and darkness cannot stand before your light. In your mind's eye you see the stone rolled away, prison doors flung open, shackles falling apart. This is not just a vision, it is your reality. There is no room for doubt. You move as authority incarnate, carrying light into the shadows, and with every step you declare that God's kingdom is advancing. Every place you go, seeds of truth are planted. They will grow. A new day breaks over your soul. You are not the same. The trials have changed you. You have been armed with courage and faith, so the old chains of fear have no power over you. The night brings no dread now, for the dawn of God's promise is with you. Lift up your eyes and see the sunrise of His justice. Every struggle has prepared you for this victory. Look at your hands. These hands that once trembled now are the hands of a conqueror. The mouth that cried out in pain now speaks life, hope, and freedom. The eyes that watched in sorrow now see the glory of the Lord. The chains that held you down have been snapped by His light. You can feel them falling away and hear the sound of their breaking. When doubt tries to whisper lies or fear to steal your peace, remember this hour. You have seen mountains move and strongholds fall. You have tasted resurrection power. As a warrior of faith, you have the whole armor of God, the sword of the Spirit in your hand and the shield of faith guarding your heart. A fierceness inside you belongs to heaven, and no darkness can cloud it or force stop it. Even the universe bows to the authority you have found in Him. This is not a moment for fear, but a moment for courage. Do not shrink back now. Go forward and speak the word that God has put in your heart. Know that the heavenly hosts go before you and angels clear the way of every obstacle. Chains are breaking. Every fear is dissolving. Raise your voice if you need to. The battle is real, but your victory is certain. God is breaking every chain and removing every barrier in your path. Chains are breaking tonight. Fear, be gone. Heaven's power fills your being, and you walk unafraid. Step into the full freedom that God has given you. Know that you do not stand alone. God stands with you, fights for you, and remembers every sacrifice. In His justice, you are vindicated. In His authority, you become a beacon of hope. No more bondage or despair, only liberty, only light, only power. The chains are breaking tonight. Take your place and walk forward in full freedom. You are free. God declares it so, and so it is. For as you walk in this truth, you will become a living testament of His power. Let your life bear witness to His goodness. You carry heaven with you wherever you go. Now go with courage, for the Lord has spoken. He will fulfill His word in your life. Rise up, child of light, and walk in your freedom. For indeed, angels march with you and God's banner of love covers you. Always remember, your Father holds your hand through every battle. You carry His heaven on earth now. Live in this glorious victory. Know that you are victorious, for you walk with His power. The battle is His, and therefore the victory is yours. This is not just the beginning of a new chapter in your life. This is the start of a completely new book. The former pages have been turned. The ink of past pain, struggle, and delay has dried. What comes next is authored by heaven itself. You are stepping into a divine season where the old has no power, and the new carries the fragrance of grace, glory, and greatness. Heaven declares that restoration is now active in your life. Everything that was once delayed is being divinely accelerated. Everything that was once stolen is now being returned with increase. What was once broken is being rebuilt with beauty and strength. Your name is being whispered in rooms of favor. Doors that were once locked are now opening with ease. You are not walking into ordinary days. You are walking into destiny moments. The pain was preparation. The silence was setup. The wait was alignment. Now is the time to live, not just survive. Now is the time to build, to rejoice, to dream again. You are no longer carrying the burdens of the past. You are now clothed with peace, crowned with purpose, and filled with divine direction. Heaven is not just visiting you. Heaven is resting upon you. You will walk in miracles, speak with wisdom, and live with boldness. What you touch will flourish. What you release will grow. What you believe will manifest. This is your prophetic turning point. Declare it with your mouth and believe it in your heart. A new life begins now. Not someday, not next year, but now. And this life will be marked by light, legacy, and lasting joy. Step forward. Breathe deeply. The new has come, and it is glorious.